In the frigid waters of Alaska, where waves crash against the sides of boats in a test of courage, hundreds of fishermen are participating in the most fierce hunt in America. Not only did they have to face rough seas and fierce winds, but they also had to lower tons of steel cages hundreds of feet down, where giant king crabs lurk among the rocks and cold mud. So what makes this crab, with its leg span of more than 6.5 feet and its sweet, fatty meat, a $5 billion a year target? Explore the multi-billion-dollar king crab industry, where the smell of sea salt, rusted steel, and bravery combine to create an epic, the deadliest catch in America. Go discover why Alaska's king crab industry is worth $5 billion, the deadliest catch in America. Off the west coast of Alaska, the Bering Sea is one of the most dangerous bodies of water on the planet. Waves can reach 40 feet, winds can be bitterly cold, and there is only a golden window of a few weeks each year during which fishermen can venture out before the sea becomes too rough for human survival. In such harsh conditions, a group of experienced fishermen still accepted to bet their lives, not for glory, but for the red gold of the ocean, Alaskan king crab. These giant crabs have a leg span of up to 6 feet, weigh between 8.8 and 13.2 pounds, and fetch more than $60 per kilogram on the international market. A single successful season with 10,000 to 20,000 crabs can bring in more than $1.2 million, but can also cost the lives of those who set out to sea, thanks to rough seas, tons of heavy equipment, and unforeseen accidents. But how do Alaskan fishermen catch these crabs in such harsh conditions? The answer lies in a delicate, precise, and risky process at the bottom of the Bering Sea. To hunt king crabs, fishermen have to prepare for months. They check radar, crab movement maps, and plan to drop traps at the deepest points, where the water temperature is just a few degrees above freezing. Once a location was chosen, hundreds of giant steel cages were lowered to the sea floor. Each weighed more than 600 pounds, strong enough to withstand the pressure and pull of the ocean. Bait, usually herring or mackerel, is placed in the middle of the trap, emitting a fishy smell that attracts the king crabs. But the timing of the release is the secret to survival. A few hours off can mean losing everything. This profession is not only based on strength, but also on strategy and experience. Location, currents, water temperature all affect whether crabs will enter the trap or not. And only the most experienced fishermen know how to listen to the sea to find the perfect moment. But will the harvest bring in hundreds of thousands of dollars, or just an empty hand in the middle of a storm? The answer will only come when the heavy traps are pulled from the water. While hand fishing cage by cage is still practiced, large-scale specialized vessels have changed the game completely, turning king crab hunting into a multi-billion-dollar industrial operation. Instead of lowering each small trap, these boats use hydraulic cranes and GPS systems to pull dozens of traps at a time, scanning miles of ocean, where king crabs move in schools.
Yeah, this could be fun for about 5 minutes.
This modern method allows fishermen to reach the deepest and most crab-rich areas, doubling their catch while remaining relatively safe in the harsh conditions of the Bering Sea. However, technology does not always protect people. Every small mistake in positioning or controlling the ship in rough waves can cause the entire trap system and equipment worth hundreds of thousands of dollars to be swept into the sea immediately. Pulling nets and traps through deep water is not only a technical challenge, but also a race against time, as the king crabs never stay in one place. Each pull is a gamble on luck and experience. Once the traps are brought aboard, each giant crab is carefully inspected. Only those that meet size and quality standards are retained, packaged, and shipped around the world, from Tokyo to New York to Dubai. This is the journey of the deadliest catch in America, where life and fortune meet in the rough waters of Alaska. Crabs that don't meet size or quality standards aren't thrown away. They're released back into the ocean where they continue to grow and protect the wild king crab population. This is the golden rule of Alaskan fishermen. Take only what the sea will allow, and always return the rest for the future.
Hopefully we'll reach our goal of 30,000 crab this trip. We might be a little bit shy, but all in all, it's been a darn good trip.
Thanks to specialized fishing vessels and advanced navigation technology, fleets can cover large areas in just a few days, increasing catch, reducing time, and ensuring maximum efficiency on each trip. This is why a short fishing season can generate billions of dollars in revenue. But behind all the big numbers and technology are unexpected risks, from snowstorms, fierce winds and waves, to serious work accidents in the middle of the cold ocean, where every minute of delay can threaten the lives of fishermen. Against this backdrop, can this $5 billion industry survive amid climate change and resource scarcity? Or is this the last hurrah of a golden age? Each successful catch not only brings in tons of fresh crab, but also huge profits. With prices reaching up to 50 to 60 USD per kilogram, king crab has become a global luxury item, bringing in hundreds of millions of dollars each year for the Alaskan seafood industry. A successful voyage can generate more than $1.2 million in revenue, enough to turn a harsh winter into a golden season at sea. King crab meat is not only the pride of America, but also a culinary icon of the world, appearing in luxury restaurants in Tokyo, Seoul, Paris, and New York. Each crab claw is served as a work of art, symbolizing the luxury and ingenuity of nature. More than 80% of the world's king crab production comes from Alaska, making it the world's red gold center. The industry not only supports thousands of fishermen, but also becomes an economic pillar of the entire coastal region. From fishing ports to processing plants, from cold transport to export, every link in the supply chain contributes to a billion-dollar flow, a testament to the strength of humankind in the face of fierce nature. However, that prosperity is facing the shadow of climate change. Warming ocean waters are causing crab populations to migrate deeper and farther, making the journey to hunt crabs increasingly difficult. As the crab's spawning cycle changes, supplies plummet. Even the most seasoned fishermen admit the sea is different, and that puts the entire industry on the brink of extinction. In addition to natural factors, overexploitation is also a major threat. Without clear limits, this $5 billion industry could deplete its own resources. That's why the Alaskan government has a strict conservation policy, limits on the number of traps, the size of crabs allowed, and specific fishing times. The goal is not just to maintain profits, but also to protect the future of the ocean. One of the most important strategies is to release crab larvae after each harvest season, helping to regenerate the natural population and maintain ecological balance so that the sea never runs out of red gold. Thanks to a combination of technology, science, and conservation awareness, the Alaskan king crab industry is still thriving, both generating huge profits and protecting deep-sea ecosystems. But the future of this industry still depends on wise management and respect for the ocean, where only those who listen will continue to survive and prosper. Despite facing countless challenges, from storms to ice to climate change, Alaskan king crab maintains its title as the deadliest catch in America and is the pride of the U.S. seafood industry. With its sweet flavor, firm flesh, and vibrant color, king crab is considered the red pearl of the ocean, appearing on every luxury menu from Los Angeles to London.